In 1995, Chardonnay was king. Pinot Gris basically didn't exist in Australia, but Delatite planted anyway. Now, 30 years later, those vines are making this killer wine. We recently held a blind tasting of Australian Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio, part of our deep dive series at younggunofwine.com. Our panel of winemakers and sommeliers picked their favourites, tasted completely blind. And this wine, the 2024 Delatite Estate Pinot Gris, was selected as one of the top wines. And in the glass, it leads with aromas of ripe pear and beeswax and apricot kernel and lime leaf. There's a plump texture and a little talcum-like grip to the palate too, which has this sweet-fruited richness to the flavours of pears with white stone fruits and lime, and there's a slight slate mineral layer there too. Then there's this contrasting finish of savoury biscuit and grapefruit pith. Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are just different names for the same variety. In Australia, it seems sometimes that the decision on what to label has been a marketing toss of the coin. Pinot Gris is most associated with wines coming from Alsace in France, where the grapes are picked riper to achieve a richer style, while Grigio is the Italian name, where the grapes are generally picked earlier and the style is typically crisper and drier. This wine is certainly in that richer Alsace-inspired camp, not the zippy Italian Grigio approach. A portion of this wine was fermented in larger format old oak barrels with continual stirring of the lees sediment during maturation, adding that savoury and textural dimension to the wine. And the wine too is no doubt benefiting from the mature vines as well. The Delatite vineyard sits at the base of Mount Buller in the Upper Goulburn between Yarra Valley and the King Valley, and David Rich is the viticulturist and has been the Delatite estate owner since 2005, and he works in tandem with Andy Browning to make their wines. And Dr. Max Loader, the viticulturist who brought Pinot Gris to Australia in the 1970s, was Delatite's vineyard consultant for 2 decades, and he was instrumental in planting these pioneering vines that are now 30 years old. So this is an Australian Pinot Gris with real history. For the full results of our Australian Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio blind tasting, head to younggunofwine.com. Cheers.